Explosion everyone, welcome back to your beloved atomic chess speedrun. Starting point is 1985, today we are probably going to cross over the 2000 rating points. Because I am too good at this variant, I basically haven't even lost a single game yet. A perfect 100% win rate. And without any further ado, let's get into today's content. First game, we get a relatively experienced opponent from the US. d4. d5. Knight c3. So far so good, threatening knight b5, exploding a lot of things. He prevents it. e4. Opening up my bishop, which allows two pieces attacking b5. He doesn't see it. That blunders a queen, knight b5. This guy is from the US, but my knight has officially landed himself in my opponent's territory. I need to act fast before Trump deports it back to my half of the board. Or it just dies instead. That blunders a king, bishop b5 check. Physically undefendable. Knight c6. He takes d5, the knight explodes with the capture. King e7 is kinda forced. Bishop g5 check. f6. Kaboom. What a good start for a speed run. Second game, let's go. Second game, we get an experienced 1800 rated American, who has played a whopping over 11,000 games of atomic chess. Before this game I didn't know that number even exist, ChatGPT couldn't even read it. This is even more unreal than Unreal Engine itself. c3. That is a new opening, I am already scared. Knight f6. f3. d5. e4, blundering the exact same thing as the last guy I did would be very convenient. He has 11,000 games of experience. Okay, now I don't even know what to do. His bishop is coming to pin my knight, but there is nothing I can do to prevent it. Knight a6. Bishop g5. e6. e3. Very solid. c6. Kaboom. h6. I'll explode this bishop along with my knight to get the bishop pair endgame, just like in normal chess. Queen a4. H takes g5. May not be the best idea though. Now his h pawn is basically a passed pawn because there isn't really a good way for me to stop it. But the idea isn't exactly very straightforward. He can push the pawn, but I can also move my pieces for a counter-attack. h3. I've just spotted a very cool move. Bishop to a3. Threatening to explode his knight and rook, and if he takes my bishop his queen will also explode with the capture. Queen a5. Aha. Nice try. b6. I'll deport him back to his territory. Queen back to a4 is kinda forced. Kaboom. Massive material advantage. Queen b5. He's threatening queen e7 checkmate in one, cannot let that woman in, queen d6. Offering a queen trade, and also threatening a counter infiltration. g3. I'll trade. I mean, we're up a rook, trading should be good. Knight e2. Bishop a6. c4. Kaboom. Knight c3. Knight e4 is a move, f5. Knight b5. Kaboom. On second thought, maybe I should have just sacrificed a pawn to create an open file for my rook to attack. But I guess it's fine anyway. Castle. Okay, the rest of the game is just me trying to convert my material advantage into a win, and there isn't much to talk about. I'll show you guys the fast version of the game instead. That was intense. Bishop a3 is the MVP move of the game. Third game, let's go. Third game is also another American. We are getting a lot of Americans today. d4. d5. Normally I am the one playing d4 as white. It is very rare to see another player also playing d4 against me. This will be a good chance to see how it feels to play against my own opening. e4. Well, sadly I don't think e4 is a good move. Pushing 2 pawns in a row feels a bit too slow. I'll attempt to counter-attack. Bishop g5. f6 is kinda forced. Bishop takes h6. Knight a6. He just takes. e5. And I'll say my position is better than his, just because it will take fewer moves for my bishop to get active compared to his knights. Knight d2. I can win a pawn here. Bishop b4. c3. Kaboom. Not sure if it was a good choice though. He gets a pretty active open file for a pawn. But as always, I'm not a coward. Queen c2. c6. Queen a4. His queen has deviated from the d-file. I'll open up the way for my d-pawn. He argues that his e-pawn will be faster. Bishop e6. Stopping his e-pawn from moving forward. If he explodes my bishop, there is queen e7, a physically undefendable check. He knows it. That queen is threatening queen e7 checkmate in one, just like the last guy did. But this time I don't have queen d6 blocking the way. c5 also doesn't work because queen b5 is an undefendable check. Queen a5 is kinda forced. Pinning his queen to his own king, just another normal chess basic tactic. He trades. Castle. Oh no, my bishop. Didn't happen. Okay, but now he can finally take my bishop for real. I have to run. And he doesn't even push the pawn. Free pawn. Rook e1. Kaboom. Threatening rook takes f2, kaboom. f3. His e-file rook is a massive threat. Rook f2 e8. Rook e7. Kaboom. Rook e1. Rook e8. Rook e7. Deja vu. Alright, we are reaching a king and pawn endgame where I'm up a pawn, which should be more than enough to convert a victory. Here we go. $1,999 rating points. We are literally one elo point from reaching 2000. But since this video has already reached the 8-minute length checkpoint, I mean, who knows how long the next game is going to last. Maybe 500 moves and I'll have to sit through next week to edit the video. 300% win rate. The video ends here. Have a great day.